All right. We got some stuff that we got to do here before we get too carried away. How's everybody doing today? Got a couple places to share this before we get into things. It's one thing about the YouTube one is you actually have to open up the stream to be able to share the stream, which can make things a little tricky. I gotta scramble to get a few things put out there. While you guys are waiting for me to get my stuff together, you can share this as well. We got some corals that we're going to be going through today. It's about 64 of them. 64 corals. And this is the first time that we've streamed on a Saturday, so we'll see how that goes. I've also close that out of there. I also got a lot to do this week, so lots to do. Maximum raids first. What's up, JF? Listen to your podcast on my way to work. I want to say thank you for making the content very useful, and I'm new to the hobby from New Jersey. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And Frag Packs was great. I'm glad, William. Thank you for supporting us on the last go. Glad everything got to you well. Dan, what's up, Dan? All right. So I think I shared it almost to all the places that I thought about sharing it anyways. Put it on the face space. Face space doesn't like you sharing stuff that takes people off the face space itself. So it can be tricky. It can be a tricky thing. But I figured we'd do it on live, this live on YouTube. I went back and forth where I was going to do it. I still haven't figured out exactly how I want to go about streaming on both platforms at the same time. And I'm thinking, because I run iMac, and I know that anybody that's PC is like, bah! And usually streaming on two different platforms because I know you guys probably don't care about this, but I'll share anyways. I'm a sharer. Like on YouTube, the stream rate is at a higher pixel, so you can get 1080 on YouTube. On Facebook, it only does 720. So for streaming purposes, what ends up happening is it creates two different streams, and that can be pretty tough. Now I got a pretty souped up Mac. It's old. It's kind of aged. It's weathered, but I wanted to kind of do some experiments before I jumped in on a live sale, and just completely flopped. Maybe we'll do like another fragging session. We did one, I think, earlier this week, with you guys here on YouTube. Just hung out, got some coral, answered you guys' questions. Caffeine. We needs the caffeine. It's probably not going to be enough. Probably should have grabbed another one before I sat down to do this. So how's everybody doing? You guys are getting quiet on me. I'm sure that streaming on 2 different platforms is going to be a little bit more hectic, bouncing between people's questions and that sort of thing. But what we're doing today, we're doing a live sale. We got a bunch of coral for you. We got, I think, 63 pieces going on right now. And this is the weekend before FFM. So if you guys are going to the New England Frag Farmers Market, we are going to be down there next week. So next Saturday, a week from today, actually, we'll be down there, and we'll be in room 119, I believe, if I remember it correctly. We'll be with Pop Coral and another team that I'm not familiar with, but looking forward to it, seeing some old friends, getting caught up on things, checking out coral, because I'm just as much of a hobbyist as I am a business guy. So looking to hopefully pick up a couple pieces myself down there. All right, so you guys interested in checking out some coral? So what we're going to do first is we're going to go through the process of the way in which to order. Unfortunately, the way that I'm doing this is you're going to be watching the stream, and you're going to have to jump on the website at the same time if you want to purchase any of the corals that we're going to go through in this stream. And I got a little video. It's pre-recorded from a live stream a while back, but it's going to basically explain exactly how to go about participating in today's live sale. So let's take a look at that. All right, folks, so we're over at coralsunlimited.com, and if you want to participate in tonight's live sale, look for the logo in the upper left-hand corner just below that, Live Corals. Next to that, live sale, click on that, and it's going to bring you to this page right here. And let's say as we go through this tonight's live sale, you find that item 29, can't live without it, gotta have it, need it, click on that, and then it's going to bring you to the sales page. Select add to cart, and then once you add it to your cart, you will be able to check out by pushing the big giant blue button that says checkout. Next screen is going to bring you to a couple different options. So if you have shopped with us before, your information will automatically load. If you have not shopped with us, you'll have to put in your email address, and just below your email address it's going to say delivery method. So if you need shipping, this is where you're going to select shipping. But if you live close enough to us that you want to do local pickup, that is an option as well. Putting your shipping address or verify it, make sure that it is correct, and then at the bottom there's a little button. Click on that. It's going to bring you to the next screen, which your information will reload. Make sure that you have live coral, FedEx overnight shipping if you do actually need shipping, and that is a flat rate of $50. And if you exceed $350, you get free shipping. Put in your payment information, and you're off to the races. All right, so that's how you go about making a purchase on the live sale. JFS, doing good, about to go to my LFS to get some coralcrete, to check out some fish and coral. What are your opinions on coralcrete? So I don't, I'm assuming, yeah, you want to use it on your live rock. All right, I didn't read that last sentence. So I'm not real big on gluing rock personally. There is, some benefits to it, because ultimately, if your rock work is unstable and it falls, if you're trying to get like some type of crazy aquascape going, it falls. Aquarium is glass, rock and glass, it doesn't work out real well. So I understand why a lot of people want to do that. Typically, I do not glue or use any type of paste or whatever to hold my rock together, because somewhere down the road you're going to have a change in thought on where you have this coral or that rock, and if it's all bound up together, I mean, you could probably get it broken up, but I've never been real big on gluing corals down. I've never really been big on gluing my rocks, so that's kind of where I ride with that. But a lot of people do it, and I understand exactly why they do it. The epoxy is definitely better to use than glue when you're working underwater. Anyways, glue is hardly ever going to do what you want it to do underwater. All right, so you guys want to check out some coral. Oh, one more thing before we jump into that. This is the thumbnail for the items in today's live sale. that is going to be what you're looking for. So if you're on a page and you're purchasing stuff that doesn't have this thumbnail on it, it's not the live sale. We do have some sales that are going on outside of the live sale. We almost always have a sale going on with zoanthids. We have a 10-pack and a 5-pack. William, I believe, got the 10-pack last week. So that's a pretty smoking deal all on its own there as well. So yeah, let's jump into today's live sale. JF says, I have some unsturdy pieces that I'd like to stiffen up. Yep, I 100% get that. And epoxy is definitely the best way to go. There's a lot of different brands of epoxy. The one that I use probably the most is Two Little Fishes epoxy. I think the only, like, if you're, as long as you're not getting the Instant Ocean one, because a lot of people do complain about the Instant Ocean one, you'll probably be all right. Greetings. I'm returning to the hobby since the late 80s. I've learned so much from your podcast. Thanks. Had success with... I've never messed with sea squirts. No. I know that they do a really good job at taking care of the tank. And, you know, unfortunately, when they get to a point where there's not enough food in the tank, there's things that can happen from that. This guy has gotten super big. Item number 3, the bicolored frog spawn. Definitely a good looking little LPS. Jeremy asked how much shipping was. Yeah, we didn't get into that. So shipping flat rate, $50. If you spend $350, you get free shipping. And shipping, you know, things with shipping, the cost in shipping has been pretty crazy. Like I shipped out a couple boxes this past week, and you know, typically from my standpoint, I'm not, you know, one of the big guys yet, but you know, I'm paying anywhere from $120 to $60 to ship a box, and that's not even covering the cost of the box. So there's a little bit, you know, of, and I think Dan has touched on this at different times, where, you know, the business is protecting you guys to a degree. Got a little bounce, a little sun-kissed bounce. This guy is about the size of a quarter now. This one, I have, I think, 4 or 5 currently. This one in particular is probably the most bouncy of the sun-kissed bounce. Make a note of that. I need to get back to talking through shipping before we jump into this. Purple stylo. This one was accidental frag. They're usually a little bit bigger than that on the purple stylos. A nice little Cali tort there. Yeah, shipping is definitely not for the faint of heart, for sure. This Cali tort does really well in a lot of my systems, and I have like different systems that are doing completely different things right now. Like this system where I do a lot of the filming, the nitrates are about 25 currently, and then the system, my large system, the fiberglass system, which I talk about quite often on the podcast, that nitrates are super low. I dose nitrates in there, and then I'm also putting in amino acids in there to make sure that the corals are getting a little extra, just to make sure that they are doing well. But I just can't seem to get the nitrates up in that system whatsoever. Item number 9, we got a toadstool leather neon green polyps. Live sale price $48. Hey folks, if you could do one thing for me today, if you're watching, hanging out, enjoying the live sale, hit that like button for me, hit the share button. This Blasto is doing amazing right now. I had a couple corals, completely unrelated. I just got really excited. I had a couple corals that I got last weekend from some local guys. One of them that I'm holding on to for a little bit because I thought I had two of them. Turns out I don't, because the one that I had before from a different vendor and what I got from this gentleman, definitely not the same, but I got the panty droppers, Blastos. Um, awesome coral. Definitely pretty awesome. We'll hopefully grow that out and have some frags of that available soon. We also got some Fruity Pebble Montipora, some Cherry Bomb Montipora. Got another. Oh, looks like we lost something here. Uh-oh. We had a little bit of an issue with that. And let's see if I can get it back to where we were. We're at the ACAN. We just did the green Blasto. We were right here at the Duncan, I believe, item 11. I don't know if the screen went black for you guys, but it went black for me. Oh well. It's live, folks. It's live. Yeah, crashed out again. All right. We're going to try one more time. And then we're probably just going to turn this into a hangout session for a second. All right, so we're on there. So item 11, and then it goes blank. Hey, it is what it is, I guess. All right. Let me see if my video is jacked up. So go ahead and feel free to ask any questions. We'll sit here and hang out for a second. That's not where I want to be. Do I sell crabs? I don't sell crabs on the website yet. That's something that we definitely plan on doing in the future, maybe even fish. Although I definitely want to get my reps in with fish. Just checking my video right now. Yep. My video is garbage. Alright, so what I play on the background is a video. And for whatever reason, it has the total length of time. Shame on me for not going through and checking to make sure that it played, but once you edit it, you don't really want to go back through and watch the whole thing. What about acros? We got acros on the website. We do have acros that we've had on this live sale. I don't have like my pictures that I took of my acros on the website. I need to go through and redo them again because they're not quite where I want them to be. I've been working with taking macro shots, and this is actually my lens right here for that. And I forgot how much I paid for this lens until I was watching a Tidal Gardens video on photography, and they pull out this. I'm like, I have that lens. I know I have that lens because I was looking at buying one because I wanted to get better at taking the pictures there. And it, I was like, I already bought it. Jessica says that she loves the orange mushroom that she got yesterday. Yeah, those orange Yumas are pretty awesome. They're pretty awesome. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to jump off here and then try to re-edit that video and then jump back on here. And we'll try to shoot for, I guess, a little bit later time on the live sale. Not necessarily the way that I wanted that to pan out, but hey, it is what it is. It's live and things go wrong, and apparently my video that I got for you guys, I wonder if I can jump it. Can I jump it? Jump it past that part. This would be past that part, and it just crashes. All right, it is what it is. Right here, through a couple more questions. Good idea if I only had one more tank. When the corals are shipped, is there a concern of ammonia? No. So usually when I receive coral, and I actually don't treat it any different in comparison to fish. I'm sorry, to like when I buy corals locally or when I have them shipped. More often nowadays, I'm not really buying stuff locally. I try to, whenever I can, I try to support the guys that are growing coral locally. But if I have a shipment of coral come in, essentially what I'll end up doing is however many coral I have, I will cut the bag and take the coral out of the bag, and then I usually have some type of dip solution going on, or a couple different types of dip solutions going, and then I'll put the coral into the dip for about 10-15 minutes, depending on the coral. Like scolies, I try not to have in dip for too long because it can be a little bit on the emotional side. Oh, kicking stuff. And yeah, they ultimately just regular good old-fashioned dip. I don't really worry about the shipping water like I do, like we talked about in the last video that we did here on the channel, where I kind of went into receiving a shipment of fish and how to go about that. But ultimately, things happen. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me while I battle through these issues. But we'll give it another go in probably about, I'd say, an hour tops. So if you haven't done so already, so if you can be in the know when I do jump back on, because I'm not giving up, I'm coming back. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bells for notification. Make sure you select all, and you'll get a push notification on your phone when I get on here and get back my stuff together and get back after this. What fish do I recommend for a community tank? Depends on the size of the tank. That probably is the most important piece of information. I guess that I'd need to make a couple recommendations on that. If you're under 50 gallons, I'd probably go with a goby or a blenny. If you're over 75 gallons, I would definitely do Antheus, because they're probably some of my favorite fish. Not always the healthiest, but definitely some of my favorites. All right, guys, I'll be back in a few. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell, notifications all, and we'll give this another go here in a minute. or as soon as I get that video rendered. Thanks, guys. We'll get through this.